y'all better be ready, because it's going to be fireworks. Valdez, Stevenson. Been a lot of talk. Oscar Valdez calling Shakur Stevenson a woman beater. Shakur Stevenson calling Oscar Valdez a cheater. There's a lot going into this fight. Besides the WBC, WBO, Ring Magazine title on the line. It's a lot of emotions. Been a lot of talk. A lot of back and forth. But you know what? Both of these guys got the skills to pay the bills. Oscar Valdez, predominantly a puncher, definitely has the power going to this fight. But Shakur Stevenson, the new wave, possibly Terence Crawford 2.0. It's going to be a great fight. It's going to be fireworks. Will Shakur Stevenson stop Oscar Valdez, or will Oscar Valdez rise to the occasion and possibly outbox and knock out Shakur Stevenson? Fights like this, anything can happen. Emotions are extremely high. Expectations are extremely high. Oscar Valdez, he has a lot to prove. He's the older competitor, but at the same time, he's looking for payback. Shakur Stevenson said some things. The media has said some things. His peers has said some things. Coming into this fight, Oscar Valdez wants to silence the haters, like any real champion and any real person would want to do. Shakur Stevenson, he's looking for supremacy. He calls himself pound for pound the best fighter in the game, although his big brother, Terence Crawford, is held and revered possibly as the best pound for pound fighter in the game besides Errol Spence Jr. So that's saying a lot. So coming into this fight, can Shakur Stevenson unify the titles and also become the lineal champion? And there hasn't been a lineal champion in that division since, I believe, Manny Pacquiao back in, I think it was like 2004, 2008. It's been quite some time. So if Shakur Stevenson can knock out or stop Oscar Valdez, that's not only going to raise his stock, but that is going to put Shakur Stevenson on the pound for pound list and make him a player in the division. Now, it's been a lot of talk, speculation, whatever, you know what I mean? There may be some things going on with Top Rank and Bob Arum. What's not going on with Top Rank and Bob Arum? Terence Crawford is suing him. You know what I mean? Now he's acting funny towards Shakur Stevenson. Look, I don't know what's going on with Bob Arum. Who knows? That's not my business. But if Shakur Stevenson, if he is successful in this fight, I wouldn't be surprised if in the future his next fight will possibly not be on Top Rank. It may be with the PBC or the Zone. So coming into this fight, if Shakur Stevenson can utilize his tools, being a great boxer, being able to defensively frustrate and keep his opponents at bay, if he can box masterfully in this fight and avoid Oscar Valdez's power, that's really, really going to not only change things in the division, but that's going to change things for Shakur Stevenson. Now, he hasn't been known for having power, but at the same time, you seen what he did to Jamel Herring. He outboxed and beat up Jamel Herring. And if he can do that to Oscar Valdez, especially, I would just say, let's just say 6 or 7 rounds, and he can, you know what I mean, avoid Oscar Valdez and beat him up, put the pressure on, I see Shakur Stevenson not only with the decision, but he can really break Oscar Valdez in this fight if he puts that type of whooping on him. Just like Oscar Valdez, what he did to Miguel Burchett, the same thing could happen to Oscar Valdez, man, if Shakur Stevenson comes into this fight and outclasses him from bell to bell, from round to round, from start to finish. He can literally change Oscar Valdez's career in this fight. Will that happen? Who knows? Because Oscar Valdez does have that power. He is an intelligent fighter, and I know that's a part of their game plan, Eddie Reynoso and company, is to increase his boxing, not only IQ, but ability in this fight. Now, they say it takes a couple of camps for a fighter to improve on certain things. If he lacks certain things in a fight. Prime example, Deontay Wilder with his last fight with Tyson Fury. We seen what Malik Scott was trying to do, make Deontay Wilder more of a boxer, using his jab more, turning, using combinations, going down to the body, coming back up top. It takes more than one camp to change a fighter style. Oscar Valdez is predominantly a puncher, using that Mexican style, aggressive. He likes to get it in, staying toe-to-toe, the middle of the ring. Now, it may take more than one camp for Oscar Valdez to become a boxer, especially the type of boxer that can compete with Shakur Stevenson. Now, Shakur Stevenson knows that Oscar Valdez does have the power advantage, but he doesn't have the IQ advantage or the boxing advantage. So he has to utilize that in order to execute and capitalize in this fight. So Oscar Valdez, if he can draw Shakur Stevenson into a fight, he has a chance of not only coming out with the knockout, but making a statement. But if Shakur Stevenson can remain focused, stay on the game plan, box and outbox Oscar Valdez, he will come out victorious. Which game plan will win? Who's going to execute their game plan the best? But at the end of the day, when game plans go out the window, what do fighters do? What do fighters have? The ability to fight. And that's what Oscar Valdez has. So when the game plan goes out the window, Oscar Valdez, he does hold the advantage in that department. So will he be able to frustrate and take Shakur Stevenson out of his zone, out of his game plan, and lure him into that type of fight? We shall see. Talk Nation, stand up as your boy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You already know how I play. Share the truth. Talk Nation, baby.